Hey there. I actually am somewhat awake for once. How's it going? So, tonight, I intend to finish the Link's Awakening remake on stream, because, boy howdy, I have really been enjoying this game since it came out. I 100% in my main file, so now to 100% the stream file. So, we've got 5 dungeons cleared. 30% of the secret seashells, 5 of the chamber stones, and we have a fair number of the heart pieces, so there's a bunch of other side questy stuff that we can do right now, which is what I'm gonna start with before we start delving into dungeons again. First of all, I meant to get this one, but it kind of slipped my mind for however long, so whoops. Yeah, there's a secret seashell there. I kind of just pretend didn't exist for the longest time. Next, and I had a feeling there was going to be more collectibles here, is over here at the fishing pond. Nah. You might notice I have a lot more money than last time as well. I did a lot of rupee grinding. I bought all the chamber stones I could from the shop, and I gave myself some additional change just in case. Because I'm pretty sure more are gonna start showing up later. Alright, we'll fish for a bit, I guess. Actually, nah. So, there's a few specific kinds of fish that we need to catch. And I'm gonna see if I can catch them now. Might just need to come back later. But it's only 10 rupees a pop, and each time, again, a set of 5 fish, so I might be able to get the kind of fish I'm looking for. Oh, well, there's one of them. Let's change lures really fast. Let's go to the lightweight one. So you might notice, right here, there's a cheat sheet. And it likes to jump out of the water a lot, but we got it. But for catching a cheap, we do get a secret seashell. And there's still a few other things I want to get here, but again, it'll all depend on what shows up in the water. Ooh, that's a big cheat sheet. Let's see if we can get that one. It's probably gonna be worth quite a bit of money. That's a lunker. 40 rupees. Not large enough for what I was hoping for, but we'll try one more time. If we don't get anything else I'm looking for, then, yeah, we didn't. Alright, we'll come back later. I said, nah, I don't want to keep going. There's no reason for me to waste all my time out fishing. Okay, the next thing I want to get done is up here in the mysterious forest. Just gonna make a quick stop here for one thing in particular. And that is right here. Another secret seashell. So that's what? 40 secret seashells now. We're only missing 10. in the game, and I know where a few of them are that we can get right now. In fact, we are gonna go get them right now. Would you imagine that? So our next stop is gonna be down by the beach. Because you might remember there was a secret seashell here that was driving me nuts last time. Well, as it turns out, it's in one of these. There it is. It's not one you get by digging. You have to dash into a tree. And we also got a bit of a tip about some guy down here at Toronto Shores, so... must be you. And a good item washed up on the beach. Trade you for what you have in your X or Y button. If you want to trade, press X or Y. If you don't, press B. So in the original game, he trade you for whatever's in your B button slot. We're gonna trade our shovel because, you know, that's the Link's Awakening power play. Trade away the shovel. And we get the boomerang in exchange. Boomerang, really powerful. However, in this game, our shovel is going to be very handy for digging up a bunch of different secret seashells, so we're going to want that back. But, we can buy it back for 300 rupees. Meaning, we have all of our items, including the boomerang. Please don't throw away my boomerang. Or do, I guess. We can just buy back the item in the original game. So that's kind of cool. No having to come back here for whatever item we left behind. And boomerang, while I don't find it too much more useful than our items that we have, it's still nice to have. Plus, you know, 100% completion and all that. I'm sure gonna have to start warping around soon. Alright, here is a well-hidden heart piece that I missed last time. Definitely not an easy one to find, that's for sure. Okay. Let's go to the Seashell Mansion. Because now that we have at least 40 secret seashells, that means we can get our next reward. Raise your sword overhead. I shall grant you new power. You have the Koholint sword. You should put your name on it right away. So we have a more powerful sword. And at full health, it also shoots sword beams. You know, a Zelda staple. However, level 2 sword that does double damage with the armor that lets me do double damage, that's a bit redundant, so I think I am going to make a stop back to the color dungeon and get the blue armor instead. So that way we'll have ×2 attack and ×2 defense. Alright. Let's actually do that now. I can also get a another secret seashell while we're in the area. Mambo's Pond. It's over here, I believe. There's another secret seashell. So how many are we up to now? A lot? 43. Not bad, not bad. Alrighty, Great Fairy. Give me the power of defense now. Sturdy blue mail. I don't think we really need the sturdy blue mail this late on, but might as well give it some love. Not just use the red armor to brute force everything. Next up, Dompe. Yep. These are the chamber stones that we got from the shopkeep. Or, well, that I got in between streams. And I want to go to Amiibo because I, specifically before the stream started, pulled out a bunch of Legend of Zelda Amiibo. Because there are a bunch of special chambers that we can get through Amiibo. Aside from just the Shadow Link modifier. Ball and Chain Troopers chamber. And we can get another 5. I pulled out 6 Amiibo for this purpose. And really can be any 5 or 6. Winged Item Chamber. Special chambers. Armos Knight's chamber. And we have one more. Oh, we've received all the special bonuses. Alright. But we also have a lot more of these challenges to do, so I want to start blowing through these a bit more. We may not blow through as many as we can this session, but may as well get a few of them done. So what new chambers have been opened? This is one of the ones I believe I bought. And we got the Stalfos mid-boss, and we got this room. Where's some of the Amiibo ones we got? Oh, wow, we got a bunch here. Here's one of the Amiibo ones. So this is the Ball and Chain guy that we fought in Canalet Castle. Another Great Fairy Chamber. The Moblin that we fought when we had to rescue Bow Wow. And we got another 2 here. We got the Winged Item Room, which is basically a place to restock on bombs, magic powder, and arrows. And the Armos Knight Room, which is a mid-boss we haven't fought yet. And those are all the chambers we had to work with. So now we have to build ourselves a dungeon. Isn't it fun? And how are we gonna do this? Because with the way this dungeon's laid out, our objective is to fill in every spot. I think the easiest way to do this, I basically just design these dungeons typically so that I can blaze through them pretty quickly. And typically, the best way to do that is to place as few treasure chests as you possibly can. So, the way, the way you can determine what a treasure chest has is, first they'll contain, as far as I've noticed, they'll contain small keys. Then, after you've gotten all the small keys that you need, they'll start containing rupees and whatnot, and then the final treasure chest that you obtain will have the Nightmares key. So what else can we place? Let's place one of these. So I'm basically designing this dungeon in such a way that I'm not placing many more chests down, because that's basically the thing that I want to avoid. Because any chests that I place down, that means I have to go get them, and, you know, that's gonna be a lot of time eaten. Place that. The winged item room's a good, spot to have for this. Like a good, chamber to have. For this very reason. So we place that there. What are... but that's... Actually, wait, I might still be able to make this work. Do I have any... Yeah, I've got this one. So I can make up for the number of chests that I need. And then I've got this. So this is one of the quicker dungeons I could build for trying to get something like this done. So this is only 2 chests, I just gotta get these 2, and then I'm done with the dungeon, basically. And there's so much fluff that's in this dungeon layout. Like, here, let me show you what I mean. It'll be easier to explain what I mean once we get to the Nightmare's door at the end of this dungeon. But here's the winged item room. This is gonna contain a small key. Because of the way this dungeon is designed. And then the chest right beyond this bombable wall is gonna be the Nightmare's key. And then, right up there's the Nightmare's door. Now, look at how much of the dungeon I've explored at this point. So there's this area over here, and there's all this area here. I didn't even have to explore because of how I built the dungeon. So we can get through what we need to do nice and quickly. And then, of course, I threw Moldorm in here, because Moldorm's one of the faster bosses to defeat. See? Over before it started. Bombs away! Cleared. Hey, another chamber. And plus bombs effect. We still got 2 more in this set. So Treasure Vault, the way I like to handle this one is basically place these particular 3 in a row. Place those 2, and then the boss. So now, I can have some fun with the rest of this. I'm gonna need one of these. Probably this one. It'll be the quickest to jam through. I don't have any, chest ones. I do have this. Ah, dang it. Okay, that's not gonna work, because I don't have any rooms like this that, have chests. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. And I don't have anything like that. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. What's this new chamber that we have? It's the fish boss. You know what? I'm I'm gonna return to this later because I would rather wait until, I'd rather wait till I've got more chambers to work with. You thought about taking back the Orb 3D World Record? When I have the time to, because I have been a busy person. But I think that's also like NES card, what is it, Cardinality? I forget what the actual username is. But I know he runs a lot of NES games. Unless you took the world record back, NES Atlas. But it's basically on a when I have the time basis. Alright, let's make a quick stop up to the mountains because near the end of the last stream, we explored the west side and what we could. We didn't really explore the east side all that much. Oh, there goes that secret seashell sensor. It's time for another room that I know has changed in between versions. So in this version, okay, well first, it's a fake chest. So, in the original Link's Awakening, your goal was to open as many chests as you could before leaving the room, because then you'd leave and come back, and all the chests would be opened, even the ones that you hadn't opened yet. However, in this version, your objective is straight up, open them all in one go. Because first four, as you can see, are fakes. And this one will also be a fake. However, then, you get to the last one, which contains a silver rupee. No sort of major collectible, but I think it's a nice change. Now back to exploring this side of the world, however. How many secret seashells are even left? 6? Yeah, 6. And I know where a few of them are. Well, yeah, this is a good path we're following. I would have come here earlier, but I think we needed the hook shot. If I remember the original game correctly. Yeah, we needed the hook shot here. So we couldn't get this far until now. And this will also make things convenient for later, since there is a warp area here. We could just warp back here when we need to. Great Fairy Fountain. Good to know if I ever find myself in need of that. With double defense, and the potion in hand, I don't think that's gonna be a worry. For about the rest of the game. Alright, so this is as much as we can do now. What to do next? You know, let's head back to the fishing pond, see if we can get lucky with those, with the fish that we need there. I'm not getting my hopes up for that, but we could get lucky. we did get the Cheep Cheep. Wait. We got the Cheep Cheep when we were here earlier. Lightweight lure. I can always switch lures if I need to. Nope. I'll give it 3 goes, with this being the first one. Attempt number 2. Nope. I'm basically going to see if I can either get the other kind of fish that we need, or just a large, very large fish in general. Take 3. Oh, there it is! That's what I wanted to see. That is very much a blooper from Mario. Just gonna take this somewhat slowly. Don't need to rush it. Got it. Usually it's the other way around. For catching a blooper, we get the heavyweight lure. And to mark the occasion, yet another secret seashell. At least, I believe, 5 left. And since we caught the blooper, and subsequently got the heavyweight lure, and there's one last thing we can do while we're here at the fishing pond. I'll give it another 3 goes since we, managed to get that blooper. If I don't get it here, we're just gonna have to come back later. Nope. All of the bloopers there again. Nope. There's 2 Cheep Cheeps there. Alright, sure. We'll come back later. I'm sure it'll be, we'll find the fishing pond sooner or later, so... I want to cross-check my, secret seashell list, because I brought a list on the side to make sure that I don't miss any secret seashells. I want to make sure I can remember off memory where 5, or not, sorry, not 5, where 4 of the remaining secret seashells are. I cannot for the life of me remember where the last of them are. So I just want to be sure of, where it is. Oh! I know which one yeah, I know which one I missed now. I'm glad I cross-referenced that, my list. That being said, we are getting pretty close to, all the side questing we can do for now. So, soon enough, we will be able to keep making progress, in the story again. Now, this is a secret seashell that, had I remembered it, I would have definitely gotten it in the last stream. But, I kind of forgot. In the bluntest of terms. But if we go all the way back to where the key cavern is, this lone bush contains a secret seashell. And I know where the other 4 secret seashells are. One of them we can get right now. We will be getting it, in fact. Animal Village is closest to where we need to go, because that one part of the map that we haven't done anything with yet, that's where we're going now. Marcus Bay. Ah! Dang, Buzz Bob. That area down to the south. That's our next objective. Oh, hey, piece of power. Now imagine if I still had my red armor. Nothing would survive then. The ancient ruins. So these things, they are Armos. And if you know about Armos, you know that touching them is bad news bears. Although, sometimes you got no choice if they're in your way. You can stun them and toss them if you need to, however. You couldn't toss them in the original release, so that's a important distinction. Otherwise, you could also hit him with your sword to knock him out of the way. Our secret seashell from the original release. That leaves 4 secret seashells left. Yeah, you're almost. I don't need you here. Really, a garden acorn now? Well, now nothing can touch me. It's from nothing will survive to nothing will touch me. So remember that Armos knight that we had a chamber for? Yeah, this is him. All you really need to do is keep spin attacking him. And, you know, maybe do it a little bit better than I'm doing, but... There we go. With some form of powered-up attack, 3 spin attacks does it. It's normally 3 for the first phase, 2 for the second phase, and 1 for the last phase. From that, however, we do have the face key. Can't see it because it's too dark in here. To the finder, the Isle of Koholint is but an illusion. Human monster sees sky, as seen on the lid of a sleeper's eye. Awake the dreamer and Koholint will vanish, much like a bubble on a needle. Cast away, you should know the truth. So now there's the idea of the island that we're on is nothing but an illusion. Never give up. Trust your instincts. Thanks, Peppy. Peppy Owl. Okay. Well, with the face key in hand, we can now open up the 6th dungeon. And funny enough, not counting Dompe's dungeon building thing, we're actually done with most of the side quests. I think the main chunk of time for side quests is gonna come from helping Dompe out, and I want to save that for a little bit closer to the end when we have more chambers to work with. because trying to design a chamber, like he was asking for, was gonna be a headache. No two ways about it. It probably still have been doable in hindsight by doing something like, using a lot more stairs. But even then, if I get more chambers down the road, that's probably just gonna make it easier. It's gonna make my job easier. So I might go back to it after we finish. Probably Dungeon 7. Because I still want to divide up that workload a little bit. Instead of having an hour straight of nothing but making dungeons. That's fun, that good old face key. There's the next dungeon. Level 6. Face Shrine. Let's get that boomerang of ours ready. Because it's very helpful against these jerks. Wizrobes usually suck to fight in Zelda games, but their Link's Awakening incarnation is probably one of their worst. Mostly because they can't be damaged by your sword. Meaning, in my case, I had the boomerang, so it wasn't too bad. Otherwise, you would either have to use your bow, or you would have to place a well-timed bomb, and it sucks to do that. Let's go and blow that up. By the way, those horse statues down there, they can go straight to hell. We'll get to those later. But, man, are they a special kind of hell. Oh, and with the level 2 sword, we can just break pots by slashing him, which is nice. Ow. No thank you. Actually, we might be able to make this work. Since we had the... Didn't mean to use a bomb. Here, so I might be able to do it with a precisely, a very precise bow shot. But the easier thing to do, and the thing I recommend way more, is that. Makes your job a lot easier. And once we kill all these Wizrobes, we get the map. Along with that, the beak. Alright, so you should know how to deal with these kinds of doors. Throw a pot at it and you're good to go. And the compass. We just got all the dungeon items. Bam, bam, bam. Done. So here is our dungeon. Looks large, but as long as we take it down bit by bit, it shouldn't be that bad. Supposedly there's a key in here somewhere. Gee, I wonder where. Oh, there's another thing that I think about that I gotta show about the boomerang. I'll show that off when when the opportunity arises, but there is another attribute of it that completely slipped my mind. Actually, I can show it right here. So these, ant things that are going around, hit with the boomerang, you kill them and they turn into a fairy. So another good way to get fairies if you need them. Oh, come on. Okay, there's more than one way to do this game. And it doesn't involve you Wizrobes. Oh, come on now. Place a bomb there. Wait. There. And our gold blood friends are dead. You get Goombas again. And also these things. Whatever they're supposed to be. So this room, this pot, has a fairy. Yet another good way to get a fairy if you need it. But, more importantly, we have a more powerful bracelet. We can almost lift an elephant. Or we feel like we could lift an elephant. Take it for the original game's wording. So these elephant statues, we are now strong enough to lift them. Which is very good, because now I can just throw things at doors all day long. My mortal enemy, doors. And we did see that there was a door all the way back here. So we might as well see what's beyond it before we start exploring the east side of this dungeon. Cool, these things are here already. Man, I'm excited for them. I hate them. A nice silver. And remember this chest that we saw on the Rapids ride? It's a secret seashell. It's 48. Hell yeah. Okay, these statues. So in the original game, you threw them, and you had to hope and pray that they would land face up. Now, you gotta throw them, and hope and pray that they land on these spots. Because, you know, you can't just drop them. It's a little bit easier in this game, because you can get more of an understanding of how the physics work. But even then, like, they can bounce off the walls, they kind of just do whatever the hell they feel like. So it still feels like you're leaving it up to luck, more than anything else. I can't say that's a good thing, but it is what it is. Now for a classic Zelda enemy. Flying tiles! And we could have come this way before, but ultimately we would just encounter a dead end, so I didn't see the need. Since we have the more powerful bracelet, we can throw that, which, okay, we do have a small key. I'm gonna use a bomb in this case, because if we place it here, and time it incorrectly, I gotta get this timing right eventually. Well, we only destroyed 2. I think you can destroy 3 of them at once, potentially. which is what I was trying to do. It would have saved a lot of time. Ah, dang it. If only the switch was the way it was supposed to be. I'm not even going to bother getting this chest, and I'll explain why in a second. But the idea is, if the switch is flipped the other way, you can go up the stairs, jump down on the red squares that are raised then, jump across, get to the stairs like that, go around and get the treasure chest. I'm not going to get it because I know exactly what's in there. A secret potion is in there. And we already have one, so it's completely pointless. However, it is worth noting, in the original version, you would grab the secret potion no matter what. You always grab it, and if you already have a potion, that's just a wasted potion. In this version, if you grab it and you already have a secret potion, you just put it back so you can get it later. And since I don't see myself using the secret potion we currently have anytime soon, then it seems a little pointless to try to go for it. Welcome to the mid-boss. Good old Smasher! Ow! He throws his, bowling ball. It may as well be a bowling ball. At ya. And you gotta throw it back at him. Interestingly, he doesn't give 2 fairies this time. I guess that's something they fixed. Because, another thing about the original game, when you beat him, you get 1 fairy for a smasher, and you got another fairy for his ball. So you essentially got 2 fairies. It was, I'm gonna guess that was not intended, considering, you know, it got changed for this version, but that is how it was. Oh, I forget that. I don't think that was the case because Smasher was also a mid-boss in I believe Oracle of Ages. I think he only gave 1 fairy there, so interesting. Well, there's another key. Oh boy! More horse heads. How do they work? Very poorly, I tell ya. Oh, we're getting a handle on them. It's not that bad. Ah, thwimps. AKA smaller thwomps. Now for Pola's voices. So, as you may recall, can't be damaged by swords, and there's only 2 pots. If you know anything about Pola's voices, they're very sensitive to sound, which you can make use of here. Obviously, you could also play the Frog Song of Soul. Mambo's Mambo probably actually works in this game since it gives you the option to go back to the start of the dungeon instead of just straight up sending you to the start of the dungeon, but, you get the idea of what I'm saying there. Oh boy. How are we gonna do this? From here, maybe? No. Okay. Maybe from behind the chest? No. Actually, maybe from here. There we go. It doesn't seem to be random as far as I've noticed, so once you figure out a method, you can just kind of stick to that. Which is kind of refreshing, not gonna lie. Reuse mid-bosses! We have to fight the good old Dodongo snakes again. Unfortunately, they take a little bit longer in this version because of the period of time where they can't eat anything. Oh, really? Okay, come on now. Gotcha. Ah, this room. Try open the chest, and it isn't open. To open the treasure chest, use the pots around it. A random puzzle that they used for no real reason, but yeah, I can appreciate some random puzzles. But we have the Nightmare's key now, which means all we have to do is make our way to the Nightmare's lair. Which is one place we haven't gone yet. If I were a betting man, that'd be where the Nightmare is. Another one of these. Really, for this room, all you gotta do is walk around it enough. Because this thing in the middle of this gap does most of the hard work for ya. Trying to knock that wizard open into the pit. Is it that hard? So in this room, if you light both of these, kills both of the, I forget what they're actually called, but it kills both of them, and one of them drops a fairy. Get your bombs ready for this nightmare. Hey, Diamond, you need a hint? My weak point is... There I go, talking too much again. Facade. So in this version, I feel like a broken record saying that, but he actually does do contact damage in this version. Originally, he did not do any sort of contact damage. At least I don't think he did, unless I'm misremembering. Oh, he also moves around slightly. So he gets rid of all the tiles and the pots in the room. After that, he starts opening up holes in the floor, so you gotta make sure you don't fall in those. But just keep blowing up his face and he eventually dies. Also, another boss that appeared in Oracle games. This one was in Oracle of Seasons as a mid-boss. I may or may not know too much about the Game Boy Legend of Zelda games. It's almost like there's some of the games I put, I wouldn't say most of my time, considering they are still short games. Compared with when you look at games like Breath of the Wild, that are stupidly long. But there are definitely some of the Zelda games that I'm more knowledgeable on, compared with others. Alright, that's Dungeon 6 down. Mountain. Something calls from the mountains. Fly like a bird. Wish I had wings! May as well journey back to town. It's gonna become common theme now to head back to town after each dungeon. So that, we can do our purchasing and, the figurine statues. Statues as well. What the hell were these hiccups? I think now we've cleared, Face Shrine. Yep. There's another Chamber Stone in stock. So is there gonna be one Chamber Stone, or is there gonna be two? I hope it's just one. Okay, it's just one. So I guess one gets added after each dungeon at this point. Well, I am gonna need some more money to be able to afford that, but... Because I could probably afford one more. The other one I would need to grind out some more money for. And it looks like our figurine of the day is a Shy Guy. I was gonna say, don't you dare escape, Shy Guy. Just don't ask what's underneath the mask. Oh, God, which house was it that, I put the Shy Guy figure in? Is it my own? I want to say it's my own. No. It might be the, northern house, then. Oh! Huh. I never knew that. Apparently, if you charge into the tree here, at your house, you get fairy. Learn something new every day. Gonna drop with that Shy Guy figure. So is it just the one Shy Guy figure? I don't think there's gonna be another one in store. But, to double check. Yep. Normal inventory. Alright, let's hit the fishing minigame another go. We'll give it another 3 tries to get what I'm looking for. See if it shows up. Heavyweight lure. Nope. Attempt number 2. Nope. And one more go. Just for good measure. Nope. It may not even be able to show up yet, which is why I'm just checking in periodically, and then if I don't see what I'm looking for, I can just come back later. Here slips the Flying Rooster. Since we have the more powerful bracelet, we can head down here and... Remember that Frog Song of Soul that we got? Got the flying rooster. Pick him up. You go soaring through the air. Why don't we check in with Dompe again? Maybe see if we have good enough pieces to be able to make a dungeon for that task that we were working on. Since now we've cleared the face shrine, we'll get some more chamber pieces. There's that chamber stone that we bought from the shopkeeper. New chambers. Heck yeah. Alright, let's see what we can do now for this one. So let's focus on this area here before we place the other pieces. Wow, there's a lot that we got here. And there is, well... See, I need more chambers like this. That are designed like this, but have a treasure chest. And there's another kind of, chamber that I could really use. And it's more like these that also have treasure chests. Those are like the kinds of chambers I'm looking for. I might be able to make do with this, though. Let's see what I can do. If we do that... Oh, I need... damn it! Actually, maybe if we do this... Place this here. Place this here, which will cover our treasure chest needs. Do I have one like this I need? Yes. Then that means all we gotta do now is place this and place this. There, problem solved. And lastly, this is the one I like to use. Problem solved. Now you just gotta run through getting all the treasure in this place. That is the real time sink. Thankfully, since we do have Mambo's Mambo, that does mean once we get all the, once we do find the Nightmares key, we can kinda just play that and then be effectively right next to the Nightmares. Uh-oh. Well, we can still make this work, but it sucks ass. You just gotta do a precise arrow shot. I think that's the only way in this situation that you can hit that crystal, which is very unfortunate. But we didn't have much of a choice at this point. I could have done that when we were actually in the Face Shrine as well, now I think about it, but I didn't. You couldn't do that in the original when you could only walk in 4 directions. Well, technically you could walk in 8 directions, but you can only face 4 directions, which is the point I'm trying to make here. Wow, you're feeling really generous with the purple rupees. Holy hell. Hey! Rude. It's also interesting seeing this particular chamber, because keep in mind what this chamber was originally in Key Cavern, where it was a pathway leading to stairs. So it's real interesting seeing some of these little changes. Playing this game like it's Link to the Past, what the hell? Oh, god damn it. I don't need to be snoozing. So that's... yeah, only 2 rooms left. No, 20. And this should be the Nightmare Ski. Hell yeah. Warp to entrance. And then go kick Moldorm's ass for the umpteenth time. Later, nerd. Treasure vault down. Cool, another chamber. New idea? Well, I got time. Whether I want time or not. So now we've got the level 3 challenges. But then there's this, Passageway Central, so... how do? Let's start by placing this here. So then I have the idea to do this. That would theoretically contain a small key. Place this here. That would contain the other small key. Let's place the nightmare here. So it's just, yeah, this. I basically need just a locked door. Then we do this, and place that. What kind of room is this? Is this? Yeah, it's a mid-boss room. Alright. So if we place stairs here, and then a treasure chest room here. Boom! Piece of cake. Easy enough to make. Now let's see how long it takes for us to venture through it. Oh, this is not just Passageway Central, but also Mini-Boss Central. Oh, I missed my quad damage now, because if I had that, I'm pretty sure I could kill these guys in one cycle. Dang it. Knew I should have kept that. Oh well. It is so nice taking half damage. Although Gomas are a little annoying to fight after long enough. I don't even need the fairy. What do you think I am, needing fairies? The heart will do, though. Yep, as expected, there's a small key. And we're gonna have to grab this chest as well, but it's easier to grab than I think the other one, because I think the other thing with the other chamber with the exact properties of this, but just slightly different layout, is the one where you have to kill the 3 enemies in the right order. And I didn't really want to bother with that, so this one made a lot more sense to do. To do that, follow this path. Push this, go through here. Oh yeah, this chamber. I recognize this one from Catfish's Maw. And we gotta fight you. Now, apparently this dungeon's just Catfish's Maw themed. What the hell? Does that mean the next one is gonna be Face Shrine themed? I guess it could be. We'll find out, since we can do that challenge. And this is actually the last challenge in the second set of the 3 challenge sets. Because each challenge set is 4 challenges long, I'm pretty sure. Wait. Hi again, Moldorm. Bye again, Moldorm. I just don't have to kill him anymore once we're done with Dawn-based challenges. For completing the second set of challenges, you get a piece of heart. So what can we do in the third set now? Stair decisions. So we have to make a dungeon that uses a ton of stairs. This one's already in use. Dang it! We might be able to... Yeah, we can do this. Fortunately, we can check where stairs seem to lead. Since we can't seem to set that on our own. Do that. This is me trying to design dungeons to be as short as possible again, by the way. Actually, I should probably move... Oh, and there's also a stair pathway down here. What the hell? Actually, let's start from scratch. We might be able to make do with that. What if we place the entrance for a Catfish's Maw? Since that goes left. And then that can lead into a room with a stairway. We still gotta make do with this one all the way up here. I think the best way... What is gonna be the best way to do that? Well, if this leads here, we should probably start doing some work here. Do we have... What happens when we place this here? Oh, these... Damn it! No! What if... Let's make a bit of a linear pathway, then. The idea I have in mind is... something like this. For the passageway there, so that'll lead to the chest. Now what? How about we do this? Then we do... I can't place one with a lock. Actually, yes, I could do that. What I just need to do is do that, take this out, and replace it with this. I want to say. Okay, well. Alright, the moment I place this down, the stairs get all fucky. What the hell? I don't understand stairs in this game. Okay, well. Plan B, I guess? At this point? Make a passageway around. If you're gonna be that much of a butt about this game. Boom. So that lead... Yeah, that'll lead like that. Next... Place a Hinox there, sure. Let's design the last bit of my idea from here, which is... that... Let's place some stairs really fast and see what that accomplishes. Nothing! Awesome. My favorite. What the hell, Zelda? Actually, I think I know how I can do this. We'll place that there. Follow that up with the boss. Then all we gotta do is keep placing stuff like that. Oh. Right. Well, that's a problem that's easy enough to fix. Can I just place stairs here and call it a day? Probably not. Nope. Okay, well. There we go. Working around the limitations of the dungeon building in this game sure is a treat. But once we get through this set of challenges that we're currently on now, since we're on the third set, we will not have to do this anymore. Which, thank God for that. While I do like the idea of this, it's something I'd rather do on a casual level instead of having to do challenges like this. Did I even place any sort of keys? Like any locked doors in this dungeon? No. Oh, no, I didn't. Because if I did, that would have been a small key. But man, they do love giving me 1 rupees. I don't even need to open that door. Going past. And this room is made incredibly easy because I can just do the same thing I did back in the face shrine. Not as easy as do because wizards aren't shoved as easily when I don't have my red armor, but it still works. What? I need to go left to grab this chest. Really? Another green rupee? Is that just the theme for the day? Alrighty. If you say so, game. I've made the mini-boss gauntlet. How much more? Straight shot up, and then after that, stairs leading to the boss room. Alright. Sounds cool. Hey, something that's not a green rupee. It's a dang miracle. Don't need to go back, so I don't need to bother the horse statues at all. And there's the boss door. Hi again, Moldorm. Starting to get this weird sense of deja vu. You getting that too, Moldorm? Their decisions cleared.
Oh?
Ooh, another new idea?
Yeah.
What do you have for me now, Dompe? Heart shortage. Once you fill the bottle with chambers, you gotta get through the whole dungeon with just 3 hearts. So it's another one of the fill up the entire dungeon. Dang it. Okay. How do? I think the best way to do this from a let's make something that'll go by fast perspective is to start building something that essentially goes in one giant circle. Because the problem that you gotta deal with when it comes to the single rooms is pretty much every room, with a few exceptions here and there, have either stairs or treasure chests. So our goal is to, whenever we need to use those, fill those up with as many stairs as possible. So by doing something like this, let's see, place that. No, that's a treasure chest. I don't need that in my life. Get out of here. It should be nice. Yeah. Place that. We've got stairs here. How are we gonna do this? Let's start focusing on this section down here. See what we can do. Like that. We need to place a treasure chest anyway, so I'll just place that there. What rooms like this? We have this, which is the kind of room that I'm looking for. Place this. We need another straight path one like this. One that curves up. Now do nicely. Another straight one up. And then a boss. So his general advice is skimp on the enemies. While I didn't skimp super hard on the enemies, that shouldn't be a big issue since we have the double defense. So I think we'll be perfectly fine, especially since we've also got the more powerful sword. And also, since this is not hero mode, enemies can still drop parts. There's the nightmare key. Guaranteed to be the nightmare key since it's the only chest I placed in this whole dungeon. So it should be go left. Oops. Yeah, again, with the... We basically explored none of this dungeon. We're already at the end of it because of how we built it. Take notes, speedrunners. I imagine when we start getting people speedrunning this game, doing 100% runs, this particular section is just going to cause a lot of grief because the whole speed tech is build a dungeon that you can get through incredibly quickly. For being that particular challenge, however, we get the last fairy bottle. And do we have... No, we don't have any new challenges. We are fully caught up on those. We still have another 2 left to do. I expect after we get through with the 7th dungeon, we'll have another one available for us to do. So we can work on whatever we need to work on then. Alright. Time to head up the mountain. That's not easy, but you're almost there. Go east. The windfish is getting restless. If you say so, Wise Owl. So we were east earlier on in the stream, and we did see a tower while we were there. Thing is, we need a key. And that's why we got our bird friend here. You know, let's pop into this house. Wow, amazing! That rooster's actually flying. Yeah, I've held him over my head. You think I wouldn't do that? So welcome to this place. You definitely do not want to fall in any of the pits, because doing so will send you back outside. It doesn't actually do damage to you. Just sends you outside. Where is my bird friend? There you are. This is why we needed him. To get across that gap. To get the bird key. See ya. And this is exactly what I meant. You'd come out here. Now, you might also recall that we did find a work point over here while we were exploring. Well, it's gonna make our trip to the next dungeon a lot shorter, since we've already done the long part. All you gotta do is head up here, right on outside. And welcome to the 7th dungeon. Level 7, Eagle's Tower. And oh boy, is this a large dungeon. So the whole idea, well, it's not really illustrated well here, but the whole idea of this dungeon is it's 4 floors. And I think the only other instance where we've had multiple floors for a dungeon would have been the Key Cavern. So now we're on floor 2. Oh, and remember this thing that Smasher had? It's ours now. Hey! Excuse you. It's gonna be our best friend in this dungeon. My one and only friend. Because there are 4 of these pillars. And we gotta throw this into all 4 of them. Oh, by the way, you didn't hate these things, did you? 'Cause, man, do they hate you. Placing those gets us the dungeon map. So now we can actually see what sort of nonsense we're dealing with. Four floors. Well, let's start exploring. Also, for pretty much all the pits in this dungeon, if you fall down them, you go down to the floor below you. So you're gonna have to get used to that. Okay, next up is you. If you end up throwing the ball down any sort of pit, it'll just go back to where it started. So it's not like you lost it for good or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for now. So what's in this chest? The compass. Alright. Problem is when the ball gets in your way. So I think we flipped the switch. So let's go and drop down a floor. Welcome to on top of this thing. And if we want to talk about some video game cameos, look at here, it's Kirby. Kirby does exactly what he does in his games. He tries to eat you. This dungeon is the only appearance of Kirby in this game, though. I think he appears in 2 different locations. Alright, so now that the switch is flipped, we can explore this side and get the mirror shield. Nice early dungeon item. Along with that, Smokey. So I think that's actually a fair bit of... Yeah, there's 2 chests left on floor 1. And then we've explored all of floor 1. Well, while we're here, we might as well see what's, No, I gotta flip the switch. God damn it. Might as well see what's up on floor 3. While we're here. So if we follow this path... Well, we don't have a key, but... Eventually, we essentially get to a place where... we can't do anything. No matter what way we look at it, we can't go through there. However, we have a mid-boss. Get the spunk out of my face! The way this fight works. Kill all of the bats. If you can get all 6 of them in one cycle. Victory is yours that day. And for beating him, Not only do we get the warp, we also get the Nightmares key. Now we just gotta find where the boss is. Now that part is easier said than done. Can we go this way? No. God dang it. Navigating this dungeon is, as you could probably guess, sometimes a little bit of a headache. But we've done pretty much everything we can on floor 3 for now, so we might as well head back down to floor 2. See if there's anything we can do. Hi. No, don't fall down. God damn it. Take the warp. This is why I took down this mid-boss as soon as I did. Just so we could have that warp. In case it's stupid. Okay. Once more refueling. Let's get into a position where it won't be as easy for him to knock us down. Like that. And if he did knock us down, I would have liked it if he knocked us up here. Because now we've pretty much explored all of this floor. And I believe this is the one instance of a secret seashell that you obtain in the dungeon itself. Actually, no, wait, Tail Cave. I already forgot about Tail Cave. And I'm not counting Face Shrine, because strictly speaking, you do leave the dungeon to get it. Alright, now the next part of this adventure through the tower. And that would be knocking down the remaining pillars. We've knocked down 2 of them by this point. The other 2 a little harder to get to. Don't need to fall down. Ah, this room. I don't like this room. Remember these tiles in the last dungeon? Well, now they uncover parts of the floor that we can fall down to the previous floor. Never a good combo. Okay, so we'll blow that up for now. If we toss this around a little bit. 3 pillars down, 1 to go, and we know where it is. We just gotta get this ball to it, which is easier said than done. Step 1. We're gonna toss it across there. Next, we want to get there ourselves. So that's probably one of the easier parts of this process, because all we gotta do is head up here. Oh, it's also worth pointing out. Nah, I'm not gonna. At least in the original version, well, we might as well try it out. No, you can't in this version. In the original version, you could toss your boomerang in such a way that you could hit that switch over there. Looks like it's been altered in this version, so you can't do that anymore. Or if you can, it's just not as easy. But if you have the boomerang by this point, and you do that in the original version, you can get the mirror shield really early. With it being basically one of the first treasure chests that you open. But alright, if we have to go the long way... It's my nice shiny ball. It's mine and no one else's. So you can toss this across this gap. That may not be 100% clear, but that is a thing you can do. I know when I first played this game on the Game Boy, that hung me up for so long because I didn't realize, oh, you can just toss it across the gap. And since we spawned this treasure chest earlier, we can use this as a hook trap target, which is its main use since all it contains is a single bomb. My favorite. All 4 pillars are destroyed. And falling down here, very fortunately, takes us back to the entrance where we can take the warp back up to floor 3. So now that all those pillars are gone, this floor is a little different. Just a tiny bit. Welcome to the quote-unquote Nightmares lair. Yeah, you might remember seeing that room from when we were here the first time. You don't even need to open the block thingamabob. Ah! My worst enemy strikes again! This time with the Beamos on the conveyor belt, which makes it even more of a headache. For it, you do get some secret medicine, which I don't need! So, back in the chest you go. That's... Oi! Wait a... That's where this whole dungeon explored, which means... all that's left is to challenge the nightmare. We'll see about that. The Evil Eagle. Slash the dang beak. Unfortunately, sometimes it flies too high, and... Alright, if it's flying down like that, then yeah, I'll swoop down, and that'll give you a good chance to get some sword swings. Also does this. Don't fall off the edge. That allows you all to restart the fight. Hookshot doesn't work in this version, unfortunately. We have to use our sword. But... it's not hard. If you don't know how to fight the eagle, it's actually a really difficult fight. Really, the big thing you need to know is the fact that when he's trying to blow you off, pull up your mirror shield and walk towards it. And it won't knock you off. That's 7 dungeons down. We got the Organ of Evening Calm. Music of the ocarina leads. Well, it's that time again. We've finished the dungeon, which means we gotta see what's new in the shops, what's opened up to us. Dompe might have a new challenge for us that we can do. So we can check in on him. But really, after we do both those things, checking out what's new in the village, and checking out what's new with Dompe, we can head straight for where the 8th dungeon is. No new chamber stone. Okay. What about this? Oh, buddy. The trendy game is back in full force. This time, the prize of the day, a piranha plant. And, oh boy, is it a fun one. You can see exactly why I say that. What would even be the timing? Let's try now and see what that does for us. That looks right. I might actually do it. Maybe? It's not falling. Okay. Since I don't think we've had this happen yet, it is worth noting that if you grab something from the crane and it just refuses to fall down to the conveyor belt, the guy will actually get it for you, because that did happen for me in my personal file. So Piranha Plant statue, I'm pretty sure, goes right here. Yep. Everyone want a Piranha Plant right in your house? And I'm pretty sure there is... yeah, nothing new. Well, let's check the fishing pond. Maybe get that fish that I was trying to get. Is it gonna show up? Nope. Well, this is how it goes. Attempt 2. No. I know there is a larger fish that can show up. It just has not shown up. There it is! I mean, it's not the largest ever, but this kind of fish all the way down here. It's the kind of fish we're looking for. Nope. Alright, this is gonna take a lot of effort, isn't it? Oh boy, you know it. Okay, give it some slack. The problem is, if we try to reel too much, it will get away. And 1 or 2 more cycles, roughly, should do it. Hell yeah. Now there's a big one. Another chamber stone, eh? I think we can get one that's larger, though, and we do get a reward for that. I'll put that theory to the test, since we know they can show up now. Because that was a small one for... Normally when I fish one up, it's usually somewhere in the hundreds. So that was definitely one of the smaller fish like that I reeled in. That one looks larger, so... Yeah, I guess they don't start... These guys don't start showing up until you finish the 7th dungeon, so... I guess I've learned myself a new thing. Anytime you want to get real dead fish. Now there's a large one. Yep. Let's mark the occasion with a chamber stone. Now that should be everything we need to get here at the fishing pond. 8 chamber stones so far. Very good. Alright. Let's check on Dompe. He can make these chamber stones into new chambers. And he might have some new challenges available to us. Also, make some chambers based off, Eagle's Tower.
Oh?
And you do have an idea for a new challenge. It's probably just going to be the one. And then we'll have the last one once we finish the 8th dungeon. A sheathed sword. So it's pretty much what it sounds like on the tin. We can't use our sword at all for this dungeon. So what new chambers? These are the, these are all Eagle's Tower chambers, and that's actually a fair number of, those kinds of chambers, which is nice. What do we have? There's Facade as a mid-boss. The Hinox that we had to fight in Eagle's Tower. Goma Chamber. This room from Eagle's Tower. Boy, how do I remember that room? Those. Now that kind. Oh, actually. Yeah, we got the bomb modifier. Why is the animation not playing? What the hell? Also, Hippo, what the fuck? Thank you for giving a gift sub to Double Ass Machine. Is this how you decide to crash my stream, dude? I may actually see what the hell was going on with, You're having a time in Farron's stream. Oh, I should have known it was something to do with Farron. Someone misspoke. Well, tell Farron that I said you're an ass. Anyway. Back to our adventures in dungeon making. In Zelda Maker. For Z-SNES. If we place that there... Yeah, this stair will lead here. We can get this chest. We need something that'll go to the central room. That's the main thing I need to do right now. We also need enough chests, so that way we'll have enough keys. You can go there. So we do have a road to the nightmare. What? I can just place you here, because I really don't need to explore every room. I just need to make a dungeon where that is tolerable by this game's standards. What am I missing, then? Oh, requires a sword to complete. Right, because this is supposed to be a swordless dungeon. I already forgot! Said block puzzles in Pokemon, they said butt puzzles. I mean, that sounds like a was that what was that Shogun? I'm willing to bet that was Shogun. We place that there. Now we do have a yeah, now they're done. Well, see, here's the thing. Do I want to fight Mordelm without a sword? I think the answer to that question is a hard no. I could probably use something... Oh, it's Reckless. Interesting. I could probably, fight Mordelm with something like, say, for example, bow. I'd rather fight this boss, since it's a boss that's designed around not using a sword. It's more designed around bombs. Hey, what happened to my B button? It does nothing! That... I know this game, I assure you. Is Boomerang still OP in the remake? Not nearly as overpowered. It's done things, like, you know, most Boomerangs, but it doesn't really one-shot things. A lot of the stuff that was pretty broken in Link's Awakening has since been revamped and made less broken. You can still use the Boomerang to destroy, the spark enemies to get a fairy. So that's still unchanged. I missed having my level 2 swords, so that way I can just slash the pots. Uh-oh. How the fuck am I gonna kill you? Yeah, I can Boomerang you. It breaks like a car. I love that it just breaks like a car for no reason. Well, Hippo, you don't like red meringues, so why are you complaining? Wait, wait. Wonder if bow would do more damage. I found in general the bow seems to do more damage to enemies than the boomerang does, which makes sense from a logical standpoint. Oh, come on. I hate fighting those things without a sword. Although, with the arrows, not as much of a challenge. That should be the only thing we need on this side. Please excuse me as I pull out my map because I am the dungeon master and I've already forgotten how the hell I laid out this dungeon. Alright. Ah, crap. Did I put more of those Buzzy Beetles in here? Okay, no, I don't think I did. Again! I'm the dungeon master, and what the hell did I put in here? Right, I put this... Oh, duh. Go down. So you're a boss that I wouldn't use the sword against normally, so I can get behind fighting you without a sword. Needs more blue dark nuts? No, it doesn't. Ah, damn it! Another thing I hate: these things. Because I believe you don't have a sword. The only way to destroy these things is with bombs. Did I? There we go. I think I just placed a bomb and it phased into the crystal. I don't know how that works. But okay. Two more chests. I think one? No. I think one contains money and the other will contain the Nightmare's Key. Based on how I've laid out this dungeon. It's either that or this will contain a small key and the other will be the Nightmare's Key. Either way, the Nightmare's Key will be involved as it should be. Oi! Rude. One rupee to my name! Hell yeah. Alright, the Rolling Bones! Bow, I think, would be the best way for me to do damage to you at this point. Oh, I still need to use the key here. Interesting. Well, I know what I put to the right, and it should be a fairy fountain. So now I need to go there. Especially with how much health we have, and blue mail. Alright, Facade. I don't like fighting this new version of Facade for one specific reason. And that's that... Oh, well, the game's being a little bit nice about it. The one reason I don't like fighting him, these dang tiles can now knock the bombs out of the way. Why? That's like the worst thing. Oh, is that gonna... I thought I was gonna fall in the pit for a second. I guess not. She's sword cleared. Oh, plus hearts effect. Apply to a chamber to get showered in hearts. And no new challenge. So that means once we clear the 8th dungeon, we'll have to come back for as the last challenge. Okay. Speaking of 8th dungeon, why don't we start heading there now? We were in the general area in the last stream, but we eventually got stopped. And we couldn't get past whatever was there, but we could have at least gotten the collectibles that were over there. So it wasn't all for naught. Because what did we even get there? I think there was a seashell there. I think we got our bow upgraded there, so we could hold more arrows. And we got a heart piece. That sounds right in my head. More over there, actually. I think we can get the last secret seashell. Then we'll have all 50. Hi, Marin! Just chilling on this bridge? I'll save you, Marin. No need to worry. I'll be your hero to save you, the damsel in distress. Hi, Taryn. Ruin everything again. Go back to your mushrooms. Frickin' Tom Nook wannabe. Not even giving me your theme, Owl. What the hell? I mean, usually your speeches are a rip, but now it's more of a rip than before. The next siren's instrument is in the west. Play your melodies so the unliving stones might hear. Okay. I will take the Weird Owl's advice to heart. Maybe. The jury's still out on whether or not I will, but... Telltale Mountain Range. Ah, the falling rocks. Literally the worst thing in this game. It's these rocks. Hey. I don't like those spears. So this thing. Now that we have the mirror shield, pretty much its sole purpose in the game, aside from, beating the Eagle boss in Eagle's Tower. Oh, and another warp point, so we can come back up here whenever we want to. And right here is the final secret seashell. Since we have a warp point that'll just take us right back up here anyway, I see no reason to not go back here to the Seashell Mansion and claim our last reward. It's raining rupees! And also, our final reward that we get, another chamber stone. Well, we might as well take that back. Do we get anything else if we re-enter? No, we don't. Well, we might as well take it back to Downpay and see what we get for it. Honestly, I don't think the reward for getting all 50 secret seashells is all too worth it. That's just my opinion, though. Because... yeah, I have a new chamber stone. Plus rupees effect. Apply this to a chamber. You can only apply it to one chamber per dungeon. And it'll start raining money. It's not worth it, in my opinion. You'll get, like, some 200 rupees, roughly, from doing that. But the thing is, if you want to grind for money, grinding for money at the raft race is so much more profitable. That's my problem with it. That's just my hot take. Welcome to the last dungeon. Oh, I never put a fairy on in that third bottle. Oh well. Not like I really need it. So this boss is considerably tougher in this version. Since he's still got that armor on him. Oh. There. You have to bomb him this time, so it's like freaking Helmosaur hammerless strats from Link to the Past, and it sucks, but that is what you have to do. After no swings at that, helmet comes off, and then you just gotta jump slash him a time. And eventually, wow, he's actually doing a lot of damage to me. What the heck? Oh, he does drop a fairy. Well, not gonna say no to that. Might as well put a fairy in our last bottle. Bookshot. Welcome to the last dungeon. Level 8. Turtle Rock. These guys, I hate fighting these guys. These guys are known as, Vyres. And they always fly right away before you're able to land a hit on them. What you need to do is wait for him to swoop down on you, and then slash him. It's a not fun time. Oh, good, the mimics. Yep, my favorite thing in this place. Totally. Where does this lead? I, honest to God, don't remember. Oh, actually, I might know where it leads. We'll find out in a hot second here. Oh, here. Right. Hey there, Smasher. How's it going? Actually, I will take the ferry because that mid-boss right outside Turtle Rock kinda hit his heart a little bit. Stone Beak. I'll add it to my Stone Beak collection. Might as well do a little bit of demolition work as well. This switch here. Keep it in mind for later. Just keep it in mind. That's all there is to it. Now, this. And I screwed it up. The idea is you hold a direction and it moves in that direction. What you want to do is fill up every single space. In most of the rooms where that shows up, you are able to do that. And you are typically rewarded for it. Ah, dang Zol. Well, we've gotten in a circle now, at this point. Might as well go this way now. Go left. Go left or go home. Hey, Enox! So you're looking well. Yeah, about looking well. So, as I was saying about these things that you can usually fill up all the gaps in. Also the case here. Hold 20 rupees to my name. I should be proud of that. A purple rupee. Well, we're stepping up our game a little bit. Rolling bones. Well, you're easy to kill, so I can appreciate you. And I've had experience of killing you from Dompe's dungeon building stuff. Ah, god damn it! Not another Vire. I hate these guys whenever they show up. And I missed my sword swing. Wow, that in 1,000. This? At least I hit that time. No, I'm not even gonna chase after him, because I know what's gonna follow otherwise. He'll just run away like the coward he is. All that work for a small key. Well, I guess we were gonna need it sooner or later, so... Where is in... Oh, compass. Cool. Now that's done. Later. I could play Mambo's Mambo, but might as well have a little fun. And in here is the map. We'll take a look at that map in a second. Up here, I believe those stairs... So you remember that room that we got the beacon with the 4 snakes just below where we fought Smasher? That, I will use where those stairs connect to. Alright, so that's basically the bottom half of the dungeon completed. Now we gotta work on the top half. And whew, that's gonna be fun. Ow. We'll blow up for later. And we got 10 bombs, which is good, because I have a feeling I'm gonna need those bombs. Ah, this room! How do you feel about killing enemies that take a fair number of hits while trying to not break the floor? Ow. I know what's gonna be going on in that room, and we can't do anything there yet. I'm not gonna get that chest. The reason being, we'd have to do a lot of backtracking if we did get it, because, hey, more facts about the original release. So first of all, the chest contains a secret medicine. We already have it, so it's just gonna go back in the chest. You know the drill with that. So in the original version, if you were to drop into lava like this, you just warp back to the start of the room. However, say I were to jump down here and jump into lava, I'm still down here. Same thing applies for if we hookshot across there. If we hookshot across there, we have no choice but to jump down the other side. It leads to stairs, which involves a lot of backtracking. It's just like, ugh. There's the boss door. Too bad we don't have the key. Nor can we even get there because of the stairs. If there's one thing I'm glad for in this remake, once you open a door, you don't have to open it again. And mostly that's because of the fire. Hey, ever heard of the ice statues in Zelda games? Yeah, shoot them. They're your worst enemy. Supplies, and we'll take particularly the bombs. I think this is the last thing we really need going this way. Because there's this room here we haven't gone into yet. And I know for a fact, we can't do anything there yet. Also remember this room for later. ₹50, very nice. So welcome to outside the dungeon. And where we get the last piece of heart. But you might be wondering, wait, we will get one heart container for being this dungeon, so where's the last one? Oh, and here's the last warp as well. We'll get to that when we get to that. So there's this fun fight. That was in the original version. The idea is, please turn right. Nice. We gotta kill these guys from up here. And it's a not fun time. Damn it. Ugh. Literally the worst. Okay. We landed another hit on one of them. Hey, you're gonna... Yeah, turn around then. Ah, dang it! I thought I had you. It's a good thing I have the Upgraded bomb capacity. If I didn't have that, this would be a hell of a lot worse. After all that effort. Another small key. Now we have all these small keys. Actually, no. There is one other thing I need to do. Actually... No. I'll do things in a bit of a different order than I intended. It'll probably be easier in the long run. Alright, we'll need the hook shot. So all those keys that we got, we can finally go ahead and use. Just gonna dance with my shield. It's my dancing partner for the day. Welcome to this dungeon's mid-boss. So when he's got two different kinds of charge punches. He's got that one and the one where he kind of spins his fist around like that. You don't want to get hit by the spin your fist around one. Because that sends you back to the start of the dungeon. And it's very not fun. But otherwise, you just want to attack his backside. That's all there is to it. Now I saw that the crystal switch thingamabobs, they were in the wrong position. And that is the only crystal switch in this place, so you do need to go back there. However, for going through that effort, finally we have the dungeon item, the magic rod. This is unlimited use, first and foremost. But the main thing is it's a fire source. Now become very apparent, because remember that room that I skipped? Well, let's head back there now. It's not too long of a trek, because I think it's just go up from here and we'll be there. The reason I come here is there is a key in here. How we gotta light the torches. Can't do that with the magic power because of how far away they are. But with a magic rod... we can get a small key. To the entrance! Yeah, let's get that magic rod ready. Just checking how I'm doing on collectibles. So now we can actually do something. We saw these stairs before, but didn't do anything here. That's because this ice here. Oh, here, let me. It's a block of salt ice. It's very cold. That's not how you do that, me. Very good. Well, this dungeon's just full of rematchable mid-bosses, apparently, because now we have this guy. Actually, I wonder if I could do something with my bow. Yeah! I think by this point we have fought 6 different mid-bosses in here. We fought Rolling Bones, we fought Hinox, we fought the Dongo Snakes, we fought that guy from the Angular's Tunnel. I don't remember what his actual name is. Cue-Ball, that's what his name is. We didn't fight the Twin Gomas. But we did fight Smasher, so 5 mid-bosses. Well, for all of that effort, there's the Nightmare Key. Now, how do we get to the Nightmare, though? Well, there was another... I almost said pair of stairs. That wouldn't make sense. Set of stairs. Right here. And of course, the block ice pattern's a little bit more complicated, but if you look at it for long enough, you can probably figure it out still. Thankfully, it doesn't tell me about how it's freezing cold when I just do so much as brush up against it. But that does take us to the Nightmare's Lair. We explored pretty much this whole dungeon. Let's fight the 8th boss. Crackle Foosh! It's our good friend, Hothead. Oh, the shit with this boss. You gotta fight fire with fire. Unfortunately, I'm very bad at doing that. The big thing about Hothead, though, is he does a lot of damage to you if he hits you. I think he does up to 2 hearts. Well, 1 with me because I've got blue mail, but really, as long as you keep throwing fire at him, he's not difficult. And that's really one of the failing points of this game, or one of the low points, is the bosses, because they're not too terribly challenging. But that's not the worst thing in the world. And there's the last instrument of the Sirens, the Thunder Drum. We have all 8 now. Egg. The egg on the mountain calls. Well, we're not going to be heading there quite yet. There's still a few other things we need to do. Dompe should have the last challenge we need to do now, but before we do that, why don't we see if we can get more chamber stones, do our usual stuff that we were doing in town, and then head there when we've got all the chambers we can hopefully get. So by this point, any remaining chamber stones should be available to purchase. Yep, there is. I only have enough money for 2, so hopefully he doesn't give me more than that. I had hoped that I grinded enough money, but I might not have. Even come back. I have a feeling he's gonna sell more. Yeah. I think he sells... I want to say 2 more, because I know where 1 Chamber Stone is. And on my personal file, and I've been hearing reports about how many Chamber Stones people have gotten, there's apparently 14 Chamber Stones in the game. Well, the other thing we could do here...
Yeah.
We can get a Pokey statue. A true boy. That's gonna be a fun one to get, isn't it? Please just let me get this first try. Probably not. Ooh, actually. Well, there you go. Oh, God! Let's see if I can just nudge that. There we go. I hate this video game sometimes.
Oh.
Stupid actual crane physics. So the Pokey figure, I believe, goes in this house. You better believe I'm gonna place that Pokey statue. So I'm not really gonna worry about getting the other Chamber Stones because you know where they are, and for me to get them, wow, you don't actually have. Oh, I think I know where the other one is, and if I unlock it in the way I think I unlock it, I don't think I'm gonna grab it. So it is it's a Bow Wow statue, which, as you could guess, goes in here. It's not available in the shop yet, and I believe the reason for this is if I go to system. So you see these 2 files? These are my personal files with, well, my personal file and my backup of my personal file. See how there's a star beside them? That indicates that you've beaten the game. I believe after you beat the game, that's when the Bow Wow statue shows up in the shop. When you win the Bow Wow statue, you obviously can put it back in there. But then the shop owner essentially dubs you the champion of this game, and he gives you a Chamber Stone for it. Which, oh shoot. What even is... I don't remember what his Chamber Stone is, but he gives you a Chamber Stone, which is the point. On top of that, anytime you want to play the crane game, he only charges 5 rupees for it, instead of the 10 that he would otherwise charge. So that's your way of grinding money for whatever reason. Well, it'll get easier on ya. I still say the rafting game's better. Stay a while in Ocean. Well, even if we don't have all of them, the Chamber Stones that we do have should allow us to get through this last challenge. And I think it's actually a pretty short one, too. Yep. Ticking clock. You're on the clock with this one. We have 5 minutes to beat the boss. We got the entrance to Turtle Rock available to us. So let's look at what we have now. We got this guy as a sub-boss. Obviously, we have Hothead as a nightmare as well. Oh, there's actually a lot of Turtle Rock related stuff that's been added to the list. There's this one, but that's already in here, so... And there's the Rupees effect. I want to say it's a effect that you get from the shop owner. The problem is I don't remember what the effect was. And it really bothers me, but... I guess in a worst case scenario I could open up my personal file, but I'm not that hard pressed to figure it out. Alright. Let's design this dungeon. So we gotta just do, all we gotta do is design something that's fast. So let's see. Stairs here. Place this money-making room over here. So then that means we just gotta go up and through there. Let's see. Stairs here. Place that. And that. And I believe we can still place a nightmare here. So that's a pretty fast dungeon that we made. And once we finish this dungeon, we'll get the final reward from Dompe. Well, the final few reward. It'll make sense in a bit. I guess my stupid face is obstructing part of the timer, but you got a timer on the bottom left that's ticking down. You got 5 minutes on the clock. Make those 5 minutes count. Ah, this stupid Wizaro room. I hate this room. Alright, so we do need to do this like normal. And this is where the Nightmare's door is. For when we get that Nightmare's key. Which unfortunately won't be in this chest. Yeah, it's just a green rupee. Money's pointless to me at this point in the game. Because we're pretty much at the end of the game. Like, after we get done with this, all that's left for us is to go fight the final boss. Oh, god damn it! Always with these jerks. Die! There's the nightmare key. Now, you can still get back across. Like that. So it's not like it's a one-way path or anything like that. Well, we meet for the last time, Moldorm. It's been fun fighting you over and over and over and over again. In a chamber, and more importantly, we get a full heart container. And we also get the Wall Masters effect. So if you felt like this game needed Wall Masters, So now we've done all those challenges. We have a bunch of new challenges over here. I'm not gonna do these because the reward's not really worth it. All you get is 300 rupees per each one you clear. But yeah, I have forging a sword, which obviously make a dungeon in the shape of a sword. Crafting a shield, which you only get 5 hearts for, but you have to make a dungeon in the shape of the shield. Bows greater than swords, make a dungeon in the shape of a bow, and you have no sword. Dungeon Song, the dungeon's in the shape of an ocarina. House of the Hinox, you only get 3 minutes, and a bunch of the rooms that you see on there are Hinoxes, so you gotta get used to fighting them. Back to square one. It's a 5-minute restriction, and you don't need to place everything. Need a hand? Yeah, there's a bunch of chests. Zigzaggy, you don't really have enough chambers to make it as simple as it looks. You gotta place some stairs in there to make the dungeon work. Speaking of stairs, nothing but stairs. Just about every single chamber needs to have stairs. Aside from obviously the entrance and the nightmare. Treasure Hoard, we saw a challenge like this earlier. Now there's just more chests. Skull arrangement, you gotta place it in the shape of a skull, which I believe is a throwback to Zelda 1. And the Supreme shape. You gotta make the dungeon look like a Z. You get absolutely nothing for doing all of them, it's just the standard 300. No new chambers, no nothing like that. But hey, we now have a full 2 rows of heart containers, a full 20. And one other thing I want to do before we go on to the end of the game is, since we're at the end of the game, I think it would only be fitting if we were to finish the game in our normal clothing. Simple green tunic. Doesn't do anything special, but it's very you. I should not need either upgrade for the final boss. Considering how well equipped we are at this point. We've got 2 full rows of heart containers, we've got the upgraded sword, we have a potion, we've got 3 fairies. I think we'll be okay. And we're gonna make one final stop in town, because this is something that might have caught your eye long, long ago. This book down here, Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Do you really want to read it? Round and round, the passageways of the egg. Remember this pattern. It is different for every playthrough. So, let's see. Left, up, right, 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 up. That sounds right. Or left. Gonpei's shack is the closest to where we gotta go now, because with pretty much everything done at this point, and with all 8 instruments, it is finally time to wake the windfish. The time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Welcome to the last area in the game. The windfish's egg. And this is basically this game's equivalent of the Lost Woods. So remember that passageways to the egg that we read? This is where you apply that. And if you don't remember the path, or don't know it, if you head down, you can get out and go look. There should be 3 rights, and then an up. Yep, sure enough, that was the path. Well, welcome to our final challenge. We were born of nightmares to take over this world. We made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place. But you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble. A quote that I remember all too well from this game. From however much I have played it. The nightmares. We got multiple stages to this fight. First of all, hope you brought some magic powder. That magic powder always comes back to bite you, but it's the only thing that damages this form. 3 bits of magic powder is all it takes to finish that form. Next up, it's our good buddy Aghanim. I think you've played a Zelda game by this point, I would hope. If you've played any sort of Zelda game, you know exactly what's going on here. Also, he's got those kinds of fireballs. Wow, really? Really, Aghanim? Thank you. Oh, god damn it! It was too slow. You kidding me? Oh good, now we have to go through another 50 bajillion of these. There. Aghanim's gone. Form 3. It's good old Moldorm. Fortunately, unlike most instances of Moldorm, you can't fall and have to reset the fight. He just takes a lot of hits instead. Ganon! Because, of course, we couldn't have a final boss without some sort of Ganon fight. If you dash into him, and it's a little hard to do because of how his trident works in this game, but you want to dash into him with the boots. Next up, which was known for being the easiest form in the original Link's Awakening, Lanmoa. It's still a push over here, but it does not take only 1 hit from anything that's not the sword, unlike in the original. And then comes the last form, Death Eye. It's a giant honking eyeball. You know what to do with giant honking eyeballs in this Zelda game. In the original release, on the Game Boy, if you had the boomerang going into this fight, it would defeat him in 1 hit. Whereas arrows took 16 in the original. In this version, I found that arrows are better than the boomerang. He is also way easier in this version. He's gone. And that's the game. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. Link, you've beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Windfish in all its HD glory. You sure are. Well, I guess this isn't the first appearance of the Windfish in HD, considering Hyrule Warriors exists. And I think one of Marin's attacks is summoning the Windfish. It be the nature of dreams to end. So Coholent is but an illusion. Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening. You didn't think we'd start this game with an anime cutscene and then not end it with an anime cutscene, did you? And that is the game. And out of all of the songs that I have listened to from this remake, I think this ending song is my personal favorite. It's a really good remake of the original theme, and I'll get to one of the reasons why soon enough, but I'm glad that I got to play through this game on stream, because Link's Awakening, as I've said from the beginning, is one of my favorite Zelda games, probably my favorite 2D one. because it's one of the games that I grew up with. Because I think, like, I remember having two specific games that I started out gaming with. One was Wario Land, which I want to say was the first video game that I played. But then there's the second video game I can recall ever playing, which was this game. Well, this game as in the original Game Boy release, but you know what I mean. And with this having been my second video game, that certainly was an experience, considering because of that, a lot of the references to other Nintendo games just kind of flew over my head. Obviously, stuff like Richard went over my head, because that's something not a lot of people back then would get, at least in the US, since that was Richard's a reference to a Japan-only game. But even stuff like Goombas and Piranha Plants flew over my head until I replayed the game later. But that's a story for another day, I suppose. Like, you have no idea how excited I was for this game when it first got announced. Like, getting past the anime cutscene as someone who's not really much of an anime fan, getting to see one of my favorite Zelda games remade and modernized was really nice. And this is one of the parts of the song that's really cool. It transitions pretty well from the new orchestrated version to the old version on the Game Boy. Yeah, that bit of the song was definitely a coming from left field sort of deal. I didn't see that coming at all, and it was really cool getting to hear that. The end. And if you are familiar with Link's Awakening at all, and beaten the game without dying, you might know what comes next. While I technically do not know if this is actually the case, I am almost 100% certain that bit that you get after the end shows up, you can only get that if you have never died in the game. And there's our complete save. Minus a few chamber stones here and there, which I already detailed how to get them. That is all, that's 100% essentially. Also, I guess it's worth pointing out now, because of both Shogun and Hippo's shenanigans, we are 2 subs away from Yakuza 0. I don't know if we're gonna get those before the current subs expire, because this is 5 subs at one time. But if those ding-dongs decide, hey, let's throw some joke gift subs, and they throw 2 more within the next, like, 20 days, I guess, at this point, Yakuza 0 is now on the table, which... Good, I need more things to get me further behind. Anyway, with that, I think we're gonna call it a day. Since Link's Awakening has been finished, Persona Q2 is now back at the forefront of the list. And once we get that done, it will be back to Zero Escape. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, and as always, good night, everyone.